Hey guys, welcome back. Today we are scaping this beautiful UNS R-90 reef ready system. We've worked with these tanks for a long time now, and we're going to set one up here at the store. We're going to show you the tips and tricks, what we do out in the field to lay out really cool rock work that you can enjoy back at home. A little pro tip, we love working with egg crate, and the reason we like working with egg crate is that we're going to set this up in the tank. We're going to attach them, make them together. The reason for egg crate is not for weight balancing. Guys, your bottom glass is super strong. It can handle all the weight loading of the rock. That's what these tanks were designed. The reason we use egg crate is to keep the rocks from sliding as you're trying to set up arches and you put two pieces. Normally the glass is very slippery and it slides back. So this is the real reason why you should be using egg crate. Gobies, snails, starfish, none of them are going to be able to get underneath there. They're going to hit the egg crate and turn around. The only time it doesn't work is if you're doing a bare bottom tank. If you're doing bare bottom, well, I guess you're going to have to figure out something else. The last piece why I like working on egg crate is sometimes you have to move your whole scape over. A little bit to the left, a little bit to the right. You went too close to the back wall and you don't have enough room to get in there to clean. By putting it on egg crate like this, it's going to slide on the glass and then you can reposition your scape without destroying it. So here we set up our egg crate where it's going to go into the tank. It's a 1x2 setup. So I've kind of mocked over here on this cart a 1x2 setup as well to give us a reference in size. Hey Nick. Hey. So Nick here, we're both going to work on this together. We're kind of laying out our pieces, what we want to use, have them easily accessible as we work on this. Now, normally in the store, if we were working with a customer, we would do this. We'd walk straight over here and we use our crafting table here. No, this is not Minecraft. But we would set up the rulers, then we'd know what area we have to work with, and we do that with the customer. But since this is for our own work, we're just going to work closer there to the tank. So one of the things that you guys have to keep in mind, you have to find how rocks fit mechanically. So you have to find where the matching space is, because glue and epoxies are not going to help you if you don't have a good sound mechanical body with this. All right, so what are we working here with? We're using two Little Fishies CoralBonder, which is a very liquid CA glue. I have these small bottles. We're going to transfer them over. And to kind of bind all that, Corascape powder. And this is a powder that's going to bind with the liquid CA and create a very hard bond to keep the pieces together. This is really cool stuff. It's all new from two Little Fishies. All right, so the way to use this powder, okay, you see here where I'm doing that? Yep. Put your powder first, and then you put your CA glue where you want your contact area. You got to be careful, this stuff bonds instantly. And now we have a really nice fused piece. We're going to just tighten it up on a couple other spots. Let's get this guy in the middle. And it's okay if you're a little bit off. The bulk of this is on the crate. Because sand, you got to make sure that you have enough room to clean, to run your magnet, and to have fish to be able to swim around. So that's a really important part. So I'm going to pull this out and we're going to bond that to give us a flat piece over there. When you're working with epoxy, it comes in two colors. It is important that you have to knead this really well. And you have to understand that the epoxy isn't a glue, so it's not going to bind on contact. The way it's going to work is by you spreading it so that you create a kind of like a hand that'll grab one piece of the rock or wood to the other piece. So you have to stretch it out on both pieces so it bridges them. And then once it hardens, it's going to hold them. But it's not holding them like a glue, like the CA glue does. So in this case, we have some areas that we need to bridge that gap. See, if I put it like that, it just doesn't stick. And I have to get in there. And you can use a combination of both to really harden that up. That is done. That is not going anywhere.
Yep, that's locked.
Okay, so one of the things that we like is that there is a really good swim and flow through area behind the tank. Nothing is leaning against the back glass.
For reference, this is my hand.
So let's get some sand in here. The next steps are going to be water testing it, making sure all the connections that we did in there are nice and tight, and we normally do that by filling the overflow box. That's not going to be part of this video. This video was strictly to show you how you can use the Julian Sprung's 2 Little Fishies CoralBonder, the glue, and techniques at really changing these flat pieces to give them life. And one of the things that we encourage you to do is when you get these flat cut pieces, add your other pieces around it to give them the ledges, to give them the jaggies, to give them life. It's going to be months before corals are really going to take over and modify the look. So you're going to be looking at that scape for several months until the corals really take off. Thanks for watching. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe for more videos like this. And remember to always stay wet while fish keeping.